Brett Rawson. It's no secret that Tom Cruise is the most famous public Scientologist worldwide, and the COB is always trying to use him to promote the church as much as possible. He was even given that award and made the video about how dedicated he is to clearing the planet. With all that being said, I'm sure Cruise has given millions of dollars to the church, but with a simple Google search, he is still the second richest actor in the world. As much as the church loves its money and how dedicated Tom Cruise is, wouldn't it be expected of him to donate most, if not all of that, to the church? How can he sit on that nest egg and expect to clear the planet? Hey, great question, Brent. Now, I can't peer into David Miscavige's or Tom Cruise's heads, but what I can tell you is that the first thing that occurs to me is the total value of an individual is not just a pile of cash sitting in their bank account or sitting in their front room or, pallets of cash in their garage. It's stocks, it's valuations of assets. Like Tom Cruise owns a production company with films. I mean, that's part of his value because he's a personal stakeholder in that. So when you look at total valuation of celebrities or CEOs or this kind of stuff that we banter about all the time, you're not talking about, and I'm surprised how generally not understood this is, that this doesn't mean that's how much cash on hand they have. Tom Cruise doesn't, he's got plenty of money, and the cash that he does have on hand, he throws it at Scientology. He throws it at his production company, throws it at his projects. He's throwing it up in space now because he wants to go film up in space with Elon Musk. And I'm just like, yep, that's Tom Cruise. Yeah. So it's an interesting question. It's like, wouldn't he be expected to donate most, if not all of it? Not necessarily. If what he's investing his money in as a Scientologist is what he thinks and what Miscavige thinks is somehow forwarding the message of Scientology and disseminating it to the masses, getting the good word out, in other words. And if Tom Cruise is modeling the good behavior that a Scientologist is supposed to model in real life by being a good example, an ethical example, so he does donate to charities, stuff like that. He's got trusts. He's got good work that he's done. I have to acknowledge that. I have to say that that's true. Even though I still hate and despise the guy as an individual, just so you know. But if he's doing those things, then that is fitting the role, as L. Ron Hubbard laid out, of what we expect of a Scientologist. That's the name of an issue that Hubbard wrote, I think back in 1960, where he talked about, how you need to get out on the comm lines of the world, the communication lines of the world, and make a good effort, give a good, set a good example. And I think that's how Tom Cruise envisions he's living his life. So I think that's why he is, still got all that money or property or asset valuation. Same with the other celebrities, But you got to know that these guys, Nancy Cartwright, Tom Cruise, maybe some of the others, I don't know, Michael Pena, Elizabeth Moss, et cetera, they are probably giving a lot of money to Scientology. I mean, just unimaginably large sums of money over time. I mean, the Valley organization is pretty much there because Nancy Cartwright kept matching donations for other people. Did that get credited toward the total amount of money she's donated to Scientology? Probably in some ledger somewhere, but we're not going to see that. We're only going to see her IAS total donations because that's what gets published in the IAS Impact magazine. So there's also other avenues of donation that celebrities make or can make, which we don't ever even see or hear anything about. So there is that factor as well. And I hope that answer satisfies.